Brazil is the largest country in South America and home to over 210 million people, with approximately 6 million tourists visiting each year. Most come to enjoy the nation's 2,000 stunning beaches.
We have 8,000 kilometers of beaches, and the most popular one is in Rio de Janeiro, where, for example, in a high season, one day you can have 3 million people on the beach just on Rio de Janeiro city. So it's a lot of people going to the beach and exposed to hazards.
But behind the endless stretches of surf and sand lies a major problem. Brazil has a drowning epidemic. 16 Brazilians drown every day across all water forms, including rivers, dams, pools, and beaches. On average, Brazil experiences approximately 750 rip current drownings every year. These fatalities occur despite Brazil also having one of the largest lifeguard services in the world.
We do have a lot of lifeguards in Brazil, estimate like 20 to 25,000 full lifeguards.
Brazil's lifeguards also undertake more rip current rescues than any other lifeguard service.
In one day, in one beach, we can do something like 1,000 rescues. And the reason for that is the population is not exactly educated enough to know how to avoid the rip currents, which is responsible for 80–85% of the drowning at the beach.
Approximately 40% of Brazil's beaches are patrolled by lifeguards. But despite this, millions of Brazilians choose to swim on unguarded beaches, resulting in up to 750 people drowning every year from rip currents. It's estimated that number of drownings has actually decreased by 45% over the last years, thanks in part to the expansion of lifeguard services, but more importantly, because of dynamic beach safety education programs being presented to the public by SOBRASA, the life-saving Brazilian society. Dr. David Spillman is the organization's founder.
When you educate people, it's the most important tool that we have for drowning prevention. So our motto is, prevent is to save, educate not to drown.
Key to SOBRASA's drowning prevention education is the realistic understanding that lifeguards will probably never be able to patrol more than 40% of Brazil's beaches. Therefore, it's unrealistic to tell the public to only swim on beaches with lifeguards. Instead, SOBRASA believes it's far more effective to save lives by educating the public about rip current hazards, so they can avoid and manage the risk. For over 27 years, SOBRASA has been delivering drowning prevention programs to tens of millions of Brazilians. Rip current education is a major part of these programs.
And then we have Pool More Safe, which is we teach swimming teachers on how to provide classes to their students and classes in water safety also. And then we have SOBRASA Kids, which is bring students from fundamental school to the beach or to the rivers and give them a class of water safety. And then we have King at School, which is we go to the fundamental school and give a very short class, about 30 to 40 minutes, present our comic book, present our video and cartoon. And then we have Surf More Safe, which is teach to surfers how to prevent, how to recognize the problem, how to prevent drowning by using their surfboards. And then we have the last one, which is to teach aquatic emergency to health professional, physical professional.
In 2022, the Global Courier Corporation, DHL, recognized the vital importance of SOBRASA's drowning prevention programs and agreed to sponsor their public education initiatives. Is Brazil's strategy of reducing rip current incidents, particularly on beaches not patrolled by lifeguards, using dedicated and creative public education, the example that other countries need to follow?